ओके हेलो। सो लास्ट टाइम हम ग्राउंड ब्रेकर पे थे, हमने थोड़े बहुत मिशन पूरे किए। अब हमें लिलिया से बात करनी है जो कि ग्राउंड ब्रेकर में होनी चाहिए, और वो मुझे अभी फ़िलहाल मिल नहीं रही है। वो
CNP
कहाँ पे है, वो
nearly
मैं उसे
broke down.
ढूंढता हूँ।
It's nearly time.
ओके सो इस सीन के बाद मैंने कई सारी हरकतें कर रखी है इस गेम में, तो मैं तुम लोगों को अब नरेट करके बताऊँगा। लिलिया तो फिर यहाँ पे होगी सब लाइन में। बेसिकली मैं लिलिया के पास ऑलरेडी आ चुका था, मुझे याद नहीं था बस कि मेरे को यहाँ पे स्विच दबा के वापस उसके पास जाना है।
If this is something Tobias could handle,
ओके
see
सो हम ये
yourself
पहले भी
out the
कर चुके
door.
हैं। बेसिकली मुझे इसके दोस्त को ढूंढना है जो कि मोनोआर्क में फंसा हुआ है।
Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood? Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about.
ओके
Probably.
I
ओके
ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
Watch yourself in Stellar Bay. My guy in Stellar Bay had a lead on some salvage. Find the lead and bring it to Catherine Malin at Fallbrook. She'll take it from there. When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
ओके
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Ah, yes, Alta Vitae. I knew someone who inhaled it by accident. I'd never seen anybody spontaneously combust before.
I see your friend here is the brains of the operation. Good. Every salvage crew needs one.
ओके
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time. Catherine is tied up with other matters, and I don't want her bothered. I told her I'd be sending my best fixer. Try and play the part.
ओके
Ask away, contractor.
सो
Let us take heed that we are not caught bending the law. I am not keen on another long-term penitentiary assignment.
इसके बाद मैं सीधे शिप पे गया था जहाँ पे मेरे को एक रिकॉर्डिंग दिखाई थी जिसमें मेरे को वो मिशन पूरा करना था जो कि एक सीक्रेट मिशन है आई थिंक। ओके
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
यू मेंशन दैट ड्रामा।
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
है ये कौन है?
Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, so glad to finally have a word with you. I would have been so disappointed if Ludovico monopolized your attention. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel, least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Wait a minute. हॉलथॉर्न इतना इम्पोर्टेंट बंदा था कि सब लोग इसके पास आ रहे हैं, सोचने वाली बात यह है। और इन लोगों ने मतलब स्टोरी के स्टार्टिंग में ही इसको मरवा दिया। हाँ,
Two-bit actor. Oh, Captain. This isn't Spencer Woolrich we're talking about. This is Halcyon Helen, Princess of Periodicals, Duchess of Dramaturgy. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract? Because I
Personally,
promise
मैं किसी पे
you,
trust नहीं
I'll win.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Honest to law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're reliable and competent. You've been taking care of yourself ever since you arrived on Halcyon. And you're entirely independent. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Okay. Inspector, I like the sound of that. Should this be a constable job?
I hate to admit it, but I'm a little out of my depth here. I'm used to dealing with rowdy VIPs from Byzantium, not murder. Please, Captain. I'm asking you to help us. While you're pursuing your investigation, we'll make you a guest of honor at the Grand Colonial.
The future of our complex may depend on your success.
I'll just
leave
take
you
the
in the
mission because
constable's
I want to
care.
meet that
Mr.
experience.
Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. It is possible they expect you to understand the mind of a killer. You were, after all, responsible for murdering civilians in Emerald Vale.
Okay, 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 अब समझ आ गया. Skipping to the part where I landed to the planet. To be honest, इन लोगों ने काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग सिनेमैटिक बना रखा था लैंडिंग करते समय. Okay, अब आ चुके हैं.
Everything bad about Byzantium all in one place, with even less class somehow.
Hello, hello, hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or SLUG, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head, Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Okay.
You were indeed. It's the penthouse suite, the best room in the whole Grand Colonial. It was actually Helen's not too long ago. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
The fans were very upset by the weak plot contrivances in her latest offering, though that hardly seems a worthy motive.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Okay, what shows crazy people
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help. Actually, Helen didn't do anything like that. She was just so stellar in her roles, and the public liked her so much that she got a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. I imagine the admin briefed you about Helen's part in the Spectrum Brown unveiling. Too bad about the postponement. Not so terrible as Helen's murder, but still a crying shame.
Okay. Okay, first level positive relation, big deal.
You bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel just for the launch event. Reckoned it was gonna be a real swell affair. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible to the naked eye, and as it happened, prone to causing massive internal bleeding.
Okay.
Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Okay.
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing, you're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose
Obviously.
it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Yeah.
See, you say that, but I still ain't seen no bags. Know what? Never mind, it's not my business. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
मुझे कहाँ जाना है?
I think I must have had something in my ear. I could have sworn you just said we aren't allowed to depart.
Apologies, sir, but the atmospheric complex is on complete lockdown.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right at
To get a sequel to Terror and Monarch.
सच बोल.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
वरना तू मरेगा.
Do you?
भाई म्यूजिक इतना लगा रखा है
So
लोगों
much
ने.
opulence.
यहाँ पे गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. कॉपीराइट नहीं चाहता मैं.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspect. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon. Yes! No. I don't yet, but I will, Inspector, sir. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned.
मैं इंस्पेक्टर कब से बन
I'm
गया?
sure it'll be ready for you by the time you've examined the crime scene. I believe Constable Keene should be waiting for you in the grand ballroom.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all
Mr.
just some sort of
Kincannon
publicity
really knows how
stunt.
to run a hotel.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Oh, come on. Why is the lounge closed? I wanted brunch.
ओहो हमको ये वो वाला एपिसोड है जिसमें हमको मिस्ट्री सॉल्व करनी है. ओ भाई साहब खतरनाक है भाई गेम डेवलपर भी.
Black hole birdies disappear. I could never work for Slug. They're not recognized by the...
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you. Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on? Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you. An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Okay. Long gun engineering 16 looks like scope modify that compute. Acha, nice. Then
I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
Fantastic. This sounds like it was built along the theoretical lines suggested by the Hassline interpretation? Or do you favor the non-dualistic rationalism of Steinmetz?
Oh, goodness, no. I don't care for OSI doctrine. I just enjoy their math. Yes. It's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the Grand Ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio. This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
This is a bottle of unreleased Rizzo's product. Helen appears to have attempted to use it to spell something as she expired, but all she managed was a sticky bee. This hypothesis is plausible, but requires additional information. Now calculating likelihood of Halcyon Helen using her final moments to endorse Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. Low to moderate likelihood. This evidence has been recorded for later reference. Now generating pre-approved complement. Splendid work, Inspector.
सर्च करने के बाद मैं फिर इधर उधर देखने लग गया था, फिर उसके बाद मैं सीधा अपनी की लेने गया था।
Their mundane lives.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
हेल्टन से काफ़ी देर तक बात करने के बाद मेरे को पता चला कि वो उसके सुपरवाइज़र उसको देख रहे थे, तो वो इस वजह से थोड़े इधर उधर घुमा रही थी बातों को। तो मैं फिर उससे मैं कंटिन्यू बात करता रहा, तो उसने मेरे को कुछ काफ़ी सारे सीक्रेट बताए।
All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know? You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed. Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry? That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism. Ah, Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split. If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
Okay. ये हो सकता है.
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave, and everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside Birdie or Woolridge, for obvious reasons.
Okay.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
Freelance captains, changing the economy on high stakes and calling time. The fewer people who know about me, the better.
A man of mystery, are you? Consider me
Oh,
intrigued.
I'm going up. भाई साफ सफाई तो है.
I did not breed. Murder or no murder, it is my right. Hello? Hello? Can't you let me in yet? I've been waiting almost 15 minutes.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
कौन से फ्लोर जाना है?
Oh, so sorry,
Okay.
but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor.
Okay.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed. I will be plain with you. I'd prefer not having to hire you at all. This matter should be resolved by Rizzo's security. But Cedric owns the land complexes, so we have a jurisdiction problem. Constable Keene encouraged us to hire a third-party freelancer. Right now, you're the best chance we have at resolving this incident and getting on with our affairs.
Okay.
I'm contractually prohibited from acknowledging the slogan of a rival company. Also, Spacer's Choice disgusts me. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
अरे यार शेट मैं बार बार आर्मर अपग्रेड करना भूल जा रहा हूँ। मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि आ क्यों नहीं रहा can't tell you why but I need to access to watch him. मुझे अपना सूट रिपेयर
I
करना
can't
होगा
imagine she had any business outside the hotel. If you discover what she was doing at the orchard, please let me know. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
Okay.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law Speed, Inspector.
ओके बुढ़िया गए बुढ़ाऊ के साथ बात करने के बाद मैं थोड़ा सा बाहर गया, थोड़ी सी गार्डन की खुशबू सूंघने, मगर वहाँ खुशबू तो नहीं मिली, मॉन्स्टर्स और मिल गए थे। मॉन्स्टर को हराने के बाद मैंने इस बंदे से इंटरेक्ट किया जो कि थोड़ा अजीब है। आई थिंक ये सस है। नाइस, मुझे तेरी गन चाहिए।
Thanks for the help back there. I've actually never fired a gun before. Is this ringing in your ears normal? That's more than a little disconcerting, since I maxed out my medical allotment this month. That's what I call my booze fund. Still, I had to be alive to be able to go deaf later. I'm not sure if I actually hit any shots. If you hadn't intervened, it could have been bleak. I'm just as confused as you are. Someone should have been on shift to see them coming. Ms. Vargas would probably have a better idea of what happened. She's stationed at the luxury pad. What do you mean? Of course. I'd be real pleased to let the rest of the crew know that you saved my hide.
ओके सबसे बड़ा चेंज तो ये है, मैंने इसको मिनी क्वेस्ट करके थोड़ा इसके अंदर शायद कुछ सल्फ्यूरी कह सकता है, पता नहीं, वो डाला और अब ये देखो सामने से ये ब्लू ब्लू दिख रहा है इसके चेस्ट में, वो वही था। ठीक है, तो ये अब मेरा कंपेनियन बन चुका है। और दिस एली, ये एक थीफ थी, ये एक वो है क्या बोलते हैं मेडिक, जो कि हमारी मदद करेगी थ्रू आउट द मिशंस। और इसकी मैंने दोस्त को रेस्क्यू करने में मदद की थी उसमें ग्राउंड ब्रेकर पे, तो ये मेरे साथ आ गई, इसने बोला कि मेरी मदद कर सकती है। एग्जामिन इट्स डिस्ट्रेस्ड। ओके, और एक और ये तो मैंने इसको ये पकड़ा दिया शॉप से ख़रीद के ये इससे इसका थोड़ा मतलब लाइज बोल सकता है ये आराम से इतनी, वैसे भी ये थोड़ा नॉलेजेबल पर्सन है। और ये है उसका रूम मैं उसका नाम क्यों भूल जाता हूँ, कहाँ गई वो? पार्वती, हाँ। और ये थोड़ी सी नॉन स्ट्रेट है, तो मैंने इसको इंजन रूम में लेके गया था ग्राउंड ब्रेकर के। तो वहाँ पे उसने क्या किया कि वो जो वहाँ की इंजन रूम की मेन कैप्टन थी उससे थोड़ा बात किया, और फिर बात करने के बाद इसकी थोड़ी अभी बात अभी चल ही रही है। मेरी भी मिनी क्वेस्ट पूरी हो गई।
Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years. Customer, please confirm that you wish to terminate this SAM unit's employment contract. Once decommissioned, this unit will no longer be available for service on the Unreliable. Customer service contract successfully renewed. Thank you for your commitment to utilizing a SAM.
मैंने गलती से फायर कर दिया था अभी। चलो फिर आई थिंक आई हैव टू गो। रास्ते में जाते जाते मैं एक और बंदी से मिला जो कि वहाँ पे एक ऐसी जगह में फंसी हुई थी, क्योंकि यहाँ पे मॉन्स्टर्स का अटैक हो चुका है बेसिकली, इसलिए डिस्ट्रेस सिग्नल आया था। तो यहाँ पे बहुत हैवॉक हो रखा है, तो वो बाहर नहीं आई। और जो उसका साथ वाला बंदा था, मतलब उसी का दोस्त था, तो वो आ नहीं पाया क्योंकि वो मर चुका था रास्ते में। तो मैंने उसकी बॉडी छानबीन करी और थोड़ा सा की निकाली, और उसको अभी हम अनलॉक करने वाले हैं।
Hello? Hello? I hear boots out there. Wait, can rats wear boots? Oh, thank the Eternal. I'm Huxley. Hux if you're lazy. I'm stuck. My friends and I were scavenging here, and a Mantiqueen showed up. Then Raptidons. It was a void-blasted mess. I ran in here and, now the door's locked. Little help? Phew. Thanks, mister. My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead guy, I guess. Or a rat. Maybe it's in a rat belly. Gross. Oh, much obliged.
Phew. Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back to Amber Heights. Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy, and hey, who's your identical, slightly blurry friend? But I ain't got nothing on me. How's about a heaping helping of appreciation and respect? Can do. Thanks a lot, mister.
कहाँ जाना है मेरे को? हाउस एम्बर हाइट्स। अच्छा, एम्बर हाइट्स सीधे। कहीं नहीं हाइडिंग, हम तेरे मुंह पे हैं। देख हाइडिंग बोल रहा है, ऐसे कहाँ है? ये तुम लोग क्या करते रहते हैं? हर काम मुझे ही करना होता है। एम्बर हाइट्स जाना है हमको। हमको क्या, मेरे को जाना है। तुम लोग तो कुछ कर भी नहीं रहे हो, मैं ही कर रहा हूँ सारा। मुझे पता है ना क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है। ये है क्या एम्बर हाइट्स?
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his Philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast. Oh! Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them. You. What? I'm. She's. Last I saw him, he was.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
Get a whiff of that. Damned philosophists. This armor makes me something What a bunch of junk. Nothing useful in this whole lot. Hope Zora's next.
I don't have time for this.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs and starve?
No, all I'm saying.
A Manta Queen.
Yeah. We felt gonna need to buy myself an entire Rizzo plant after all this.
ओके सो गाइस हम एम्बर हाइट्स तो आ गए हैं उस वुडी के बच्चे को भी ढूंढ लेंगे तो ये काम मैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में करूँगा आई विल सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम बाय बाय